So, hello. This is Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner, and hopefully I have all the setups right. I'm not 100% sure, because I'm not seeing what I'm expecting to be seeing. Anyhow, we have got a special guest today. We have Miss Maria Giselle, and I'm probably saying her name wrong, but she can tell me in a bit. But I have her on today. Right now, she is in the process of setting up her camera, so she is not on with us at the moment. But I'm here for you guys. I do see that Crystal is in the chat. And I'm not sure what all is going on because we really don't have hardly anybody else yet. I do see Miss Jeannie. Okay, so I am hearing extra stuff in my in my ear that I do not want to hear. So I am muting my. I don't know how I'm going to work that. Anyway, I will figure it out in a minute. So hello, Miss Maureen. Hello, Janine. And Maria is looks like she is still not in the chat. She's still setting up her camera. So what are you guys doing tonight? And I do have to fix this thing. Let's try that. Does that work? Well, that sounds a little better, so we will see what happens in a bit, because I don't know, my computer keeps trying to reset things up. And hello! I forgot that I hadn't switched that over yet. So hello, ladies! I know it's taking a couple of minutes to get everything set up today, and it looks like I might be running too many things. So depending on how this works for us, I may or may not be doing it, because I may not have the resources again. But I am trying a couple of other things. If you caught my earlier today test, you saw that what I'm trying to do is be able to set up live streams to both YouTube and Facebook, and still use our wheel to be able to pick the winners at the end of a lot of my live streams so you guys can get the card. So that's the attempt tonight. We're going to see how it works tonight and see how the streams actually look after the fact on the replay, because I've got I know I've got some replay folks out there too that would love to see everything smooth instead of having all the glitches and stuff like we sometimes get. Anyway, looks like she is still having some issues over in StreamYard, so I'm going to put you back to that, basically that splash screen, and I'm going to check with her and see how she's doing, okay? So I will be right back. That might be why it's not working. So assuming it goes ahead and connects back up to it. Hello, guys. I'm hoping that you guys can see me and hear me, because I decided that because we were having enough glitches on my end that I was just going to shut OBS off and go straight with StreamYard. So hopefully you guys can see me. Right now I'm looking at the page over on YouTube, and it looks like you should be able to. So let me know if you can see me. I do see that people are saying freedom, but that's because Freedom Deep is here. Hello. So we've got a bunch of folks over in the chat. And we've got Crystal and Janine and Maureen, and scrolling down, Freedom Deep. Oh my goodness, Janine. I really hope you start feeling better, honey. I really do. Let me get a little bit more light over here so you guys can see what's going on here. So I'm going to let you guys chat with Maria real quick. She's going to tell you what we're doing.
It hanged up. Oh no. Yeah.
So Maria, can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah.
Hi.
It's lag.
It's always going to lag. Absolutely. Go ahead and let all the folks know what it is we're going to be doing tonight.
Hi everyone. It's my first time to live stream, so we're gonna make some tags because Christmas is coming, and we gotta put some decks on those presents. So okay, I'm not sure if it can be seen, but this is the day.
Yeah, we've got a lot of buffering, but we can see the tag. I went ahead and put you center stage.
Oh, cute.
So that is real pretty. So you're wanting to make some tags today, right? Okay, fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and get out some stuff. I've actually gathered a few things. Not sure what I'm going to use yet. But go ahead and let's get started. Janine says, "Yay tags!" And she said that those are pretty cute. So you did a good job, honey.
Thank you. Couple already, you can see, and I have 2 more to make because I'm aiming for.
Fantastic.
Actually, since strips today, the strips.
Yeah, you're buffering. We're not able to hear what you're saying. Hello, Mr. Jim. I see you're in here, and so is Miss Elizabeth. So what's funny, guys, is that me and Maria, we tested this out like yesterday afternoon, and it worked fine. I had no trouble hearing her at all, but it looks like that there's some technical issues there. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. But I know one of the things that you guys are probably interested in seeing, and gosh, it looks like I might have too much light here. Yeah, technology is not my friend today. That is not enough light. Let's see what I can do about that. Lower it a little bit. There, I think you can see a little bit. Anywho, I was sharing over in my group and on Facebook yesterday. Anyway, I was sharing a little bit that I just got these guys in. And I am so excited. So I've done a little bit of playing. And this was just a panel that I did. This was actually where I took the excess ink from another panel when I was making one of those Christmas cards last week on the live, and I decided to just put some of the bee sting. I believe this is bee sting over the top through the stencil, and I'm amazed at how fast that this dries. That is awesome. I'm thinking that actually might be pretty cool for to go on a tag as the background. And then I grabbed out, got some heavyweight cardstock, and I grabbed out some of my dies, and I have to decide what I want to put on the front of it. I have not used the bottle brush trees yet, and I think that would be kind of pretty. And this is big enough I could actually do 2 tags like that. What do you guys think? Elizabeth says, yeah, lunar face. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, this is for my birthday. My hubby apparently he overheard me talking to Elizabeth during one of our live streams and decided, hey, I guess she likes that, so I'm going to go ahead and get it for her. So he got me the set of 5. That's all of the colors, so that is kind of cool. And I think what I want to do is, another thing I was doing is I was playing around, and I also made some shiny paper, but I'm thinking I could do it in the blue. I was thinking about using some of the Later Gator on a paper and adding that. I also swatched them out so I could see what they look, and they are incredibly shiny. I mean, look at that, guys. These are just so shiny. So I'm in love. And I was saying that to Simon on Elizabeth's live last night. Yeah, I'm in love. So I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, I have not used these little trees yet. So I think what I'm going to do, could use 2 colors actually. I think I'm going to do the outline in white, just plain white, and then do the tree in Later Gator. I think that's what I'm going to do. There's also 2 different sizes in the bottle brush tree, so you could use it for different things. But like I said, that's one that I have not used yet. So, and I was watching a couple of Simon's videos, and he recommended basically using the foam, using your foam blenders to do this. And I have to agree. And I also discovered something else. I wasn't sure how it was going to clean up. Yes, Maureen, he's a keeper, sushi and lunar paste. Absolutely. So he was recommending to use this. And one thing I noticed when I was playing with the transfer gel is that it got hard on the foam after it dried. For the trees, Jib, these are spellbinders. And there should be a link down in the description to my spell. It's going to be one of the kit.co links that's to my favorites, and it's got my Spellbinders affiliate link down over there if you're interested in using that. But he said to use the foam on there, and I was wondering whether or not it was going to clean up easier or was it going to get hard. So I wrapped it in plastic in between things when I was using it yesterday, and then I guess about 15-20 minutes later I went and washed it, and it came out so easy. It's like, this stuff is basically, to me, it almost feels like paint. So I'm thinking maybe it is kind of maybe it's kind of a mixture kind of paint. It also depends on what kind of texture you want on it. You can do a lot of different things with the foam. But I also tried using a paper towel so I didn't use up all of my foam in case I had to throw them away. And it turns out I didn't need to, which is awesome. So this is just one technique. One of the first techniques that I saw to use it with is either through a stencil or just making your own shimmery paper. And since I'm going to do some die cutting, I figure I'll do a little bit more. I think I want a little more of that just in case I want to do more trees. Because I could do a bunch of these tags. Yeah, I just want to. Elizabeth says that once you're all done, you can rinse a sponge and it will stay soft. And that's what I found yesterday, too. My thing is, I don't know how long it takes for it to dry to get hard and whether or not it's something you're going to be able to clean up later. Because a lot of pastes, you have to clean them up immediately. Excuse me. It looks like Maria is a bit ahead of me already. Isn't that normal? But it looks like she's a little bit ahead of me because she's already doing some of her die cutting. And I need to wait for this to dry. So while that is drying, let me clean this up. It also cleans up off of your workspace pretty easy too. I'm just going to use some water and a paper towel. Hello, Miss Kemp in Alaska. Oh, I am so sorry that you didn't get a notification. That's one of the things I don't like. And I did send out an email to everybody that's on my email list. Subscribe to my blog. I did go ahead and send one of those out. And that's been probably about an hour or so ago. And I'm pretty sure, Elizabeth, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what you probably saw over on Twitter, right? Great. Janine got the email, so she saw that this was coming. Fantastic. Okay, that is going to need to dry a little bit. And it looks like we lost Giselle. Maria. So like I said, I don't know what's going on with her connection, but it's just not wanting to work right now. But I'm still going to make some tags. So, and I think I'm going to do both of the trees. Like I said, there are two little trees in here. One's a little bit bigger than the other, and then it's got some ornaments. And this is one of those sets that I just thought was so cute, and I did not get them before, so I had to go back and buy some. Actually, and I try not to use up any more paper than I have to. So I think those will both fit there. Okay, let's do it this way. There we go. And as always, I'm using my magic mat. Okay, looks like Maria is back. Let me add her back to the stream. There she is. Jim, I am thinking about doing that. I hadn't done it yet. I do it on some of my others because I have been real bad about not using them like I need to. So Jim was just asking if I use press and seal on my containers. And I just opened these yesterday? See, today is the 4th. So I got them on the 2nd. So I think on the 2nd I did open them up and excuse me. I did open them up and do a little swatch of them, but I hadn't really used them much. And that was just I think it was just 1 or 2 to begin with. But if it looks like I'm not going to be using it all up in the next week or so, I will be using press and seal on top of it. I have had some bad experience with some of my other paste that dried out way too well. It dried out because I didn't have them sealed up like I should. Like I've got my glimmer paste here. This is Nouveau Glimmer Paste, the Moonstone. And this one was mostly dried out before I realized that I needed to do the press and seal because I really didn't realize it was going to dry out that bad because I don't use it often enough. But now it's Christmas time, so that means it's time to start using this stuff, right? Everything shiny is perfect at Christmas. So I think that's all that I'm going to do with those at the moment. And for this, so this is kind of my plan. I'm going to use this background as 2. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put both of the trees on there. And that's going to basically be the foundation of my tag. But I'm going to need to put this part on some heavyweight cardstock because this is way too flimsy. Let me look back over here at the chat. Okay, the Twitter notice that says it was an hour early. So that part, I'm not sure what was going on because that was actually from an email. That wasn't a regular notification, Elizabeth. That was where I sent an email out. And I think that was about the time that I sent it. And I added the link in because MailChimp doesn't automatically add any links. Oh, I'm sorry. On Twitter, it didn't. I didn't have to add the link. I added the link to the Instagram one. So there should have been posts on all of the platforms. Maureen said, welcome back to Miss Maria. And she's already pretty much done, even though she kind of went away for a minute. Gloria Wolf is here. Pam from PJB Stamper is here. And I'm glad everybody is chatting there. If you have not chatted yet, if you haven't said anything in the chat, please go ahead and do so. The reason is that we do a drawing for the cards that or in this case tags, but we do a drawing for projects that we create today. So this is 5.5, so I need to cut it down to 2 3/4, so it'll be directly in half. Then I think I'm going to trim this side down a little bit, just trim down the edge, and I may just mount the whole thing on a slightly whiter white and give it a white border. Okay, do the same thing on that. So those look pretty good. And this is the part that has the least amount of paper. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just try to make it into a tag shape. And I am really bad at making sure that these actually work right. So I'll do it this way. Basically, all I'm doing is I'm putting it pretty side out for both of them. And then I'm going to draw on the back of my spare, or rather my second one, and then just line that one up, cut that edge off, and then do kind of the same thing on the other one. So I've got, so that these are basically all 4 corners are going to match up. I mean, you could always use a die for this too, but that would probably mean having to get rid of part of that pretty shiny, and I don't really want to do that. Okay, line it up one more time. And her tag is done. Look at that. I mean, I know that you've got something that you got to go do, but do you have to do it like right now? Is that why you're all done?
Saves time.
Absolutely. Pre-work definitely saves time. Okay, so I think this is going to be pretty. And I do think I'm going to put that white border around the edges. So let me grab another piece of heavyweight cardstock. If I can find one in my stack. So I know I had a couple of scraps over here along with things that are, this one's not heavyweight, but it'll help. Light. Yeah, I'm going through a stack and saying, okay, is this a lightweight or is this a heavyweight? That's a card base. It's right size for a card base. I did a couple of slim lines, which means I had the excess from those, and that's what I'm wanting to use. And that's actually a top folding card base. Looks like I'm just going to have to use one of those. And I don't really want to use that lightweight part. So yeah, this one is, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim the tag just a little bit smaller so that I don't have to use up too much of this part. And since my tags are 2.5, then if I cut this at 3 inches wide, then that'll work good. And they're talking about snow. Honey, I don't like snow. And right now in Florida, it's actually in the 70s. So it is nice out. It isn't roasting. Okay, then I'm going to trim about, let's see. I think I'm going to trim a 1/2 inch off both ends. So this is going to be 3 3/4. I like that shape, so that looks good. So Maureen, where are you at? Since you said it's 77 degrees where you are. Theme park snow. Last time I saw real snow, it was in Germany. And I have this real bad habit of when my husband says he wants to go somewhere, even if I don't want to go, I kind of tag along anyway. Okay, believe it or not, this is pretty much dry already. Now, one thing I did notice when I was die cutting it before is that right now it still feels a little bit tacky. It'll still die cut, but it may not die cut completely right. And these are so intricate. I don't know. I'm still going to try it because I'm not going to keep y'all here way late. And again, Jim, when it comes to theme park snow, because I never go to Universal. I actually haven't been to any of them in quite a while. Used to go to Disney somewhat often. And most of the snow that we saw there was at Blizzard Beach. That's a water park, meaning you go there when it's hot. Okay, so I'm assuming this is going to look awesome. So let's see how that looks with the later gator. Pam wanted to know if I bought a winter coat. No, I did not buy a new winter coat. And I'm not sure that actually cut all the way through. Sometimes, depending on where I have my plates, if they're too close to the end, it doesn't work quite right because I'm using a Gemini and a Sizzix plate. And the Sizzix plate has that little, I don't know, that little edge. You love Blizzard Beach for putt-putt, huh, Jim? Okay, that looks good. Okay, and because this, like I said, I think it's kind of a paint. It does kind of have that plasticky, rubberish texture on the edges of it. It's sticking a little bit. So I'm going to run over it with this generic tool-in-one thing on the back because I definitely don't want to mess up the front. And see if I can get it to loosen up a little bit. But that is pretty. Okay, it looks like she's working on a second. So what are you working on, Miss Maria?
A different pattern.
So is that paper strips or is it washi tape?
This one was paper strips, like this through my leftover stash of Christmas paper.
Awesome. Great beginning to this year's crafting. Absolutely. I've already started digging into my paper stash too to try to start using up some of my pattern paper. The cards that I just posted over the last couple of days for the Spellbinders kits. I've already got the large die of the month and the glimmer of the month up over the last couple of days, and tomorrow is the clear stamp of the month. Okay, this is not wanting to let go. Come on. Come on. Talking to it like I do my kitties. Anyway, I'm already working on trying to use some of my pattern paper for some of those, and that would be a great use if we can figure out and find different ways to use both our nice dies and stamps and stuff that we just absolutely love, and the pattern papers that we keep leaving in our stash instead of using. That would be awesome. Eventually, I want to be able to have all my pattern papers used up so that I can just make my own, like make my own gold, my own green shiny paper, because this is so pretty. Even though it's not wanting to come loose, I probably needed to use a shim. Which means when I cut my second ones, that's what I'm going to do. Because I suck at using a craft knife. I guess you could, but I was thinking with Jim was just asking if we could cut it out of white and then put on the lunar paste. My thought is that this is so intricate, it probably isn't a good idea, because you'd basically get the lunar paste everywhere else. I picture a humongous mess if I did that. Plus, it's just like when you die cut glitter paper. It's much prettier, and you get those pretty edges to your die cut if you die cut after you add the glitter, or if you cut it out of regular glitter paper. I mean, I'm thinking that if this was a large die, that would have been perfectly fine. You know, like if I cut out a circle or some other shape. Okay, Maureen, I don't know what Maureen's talking about. It's listening about the same if yours are like mine. So I don't know what Maureen was talking about there. And I just ripped off one of the branches. I probably was cutting this out too soon. Okay. So this was already got me irritated for the first round, but that's okay. It'll look okay on my tree. And if I hadn't said that was not the way it was supposed to be, well, I'm probably going to have to, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue one of those little pieces on there where that branch is missing. The paper and kitties. So I still don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I've got kitties, but she's not in here right now.
How many cats do you have?
I've got 2. Or rather, I have one, and the other one loves my husband more. She used to like me more. It's like, I don't know what happened. Well, actually, I do. I stopped sitting on the couch all the time because I started feeling better.
Did they work with you in your craft room? Like when you craft, did they hang out?
They go wherever the heck they feel like it. One of them is probably sitting on the couch waiting for us to go in there and watch TV, which isn't for a few hours still. Now, my craft room isn't actually my craft room. My craft room is my side of our computer room where my husband has 2 of the 3 desks that are in here. And I have the third one. And I'm on one wall and he's got the other 2 walls. It's kind of a Florida room. We've got an open floor plan. If I can say my words. Words are hard. But that's difficult too. So if I put that there, that one's not the right shape. So it's probably one of these. So I'm trying to find my missing branch. So
I'm
I'd
sure
say
it's
it's
gonna
this
show
one.
up when you're not looking for it.
Oh, I'm missing a die. I was making something out of with a die set, and it was so cool. I love how the card turned out, and that card is not going to be seen until this weekend. Along with next weekend. Yeah, next weekend is the 13th, and that's when we're going to be having my my hop. So I'm doing a birthday celebration hop because I had my birthday anyway, and I decided I wanted to give hello Miss Cordelia, but I wanted to kind of give back a little bit and see what happened. And this is the first one that I'm putting on, and I am so friggin' excited. We have got, I'm thinking it's like 10 sponsors, and some of them are pretty big, like Spellbinders is sponsoring with a $25 gift code. So we've got 10 different sponsors. And to be honest, yesterday I had people saying, can I be added? Can I do this? Sure. So that's pretty cool. And then I've got around 20 people that are wanting to be in the hop. So it's going to be a long hop. I want everybody to have a chance to show their stuff, and and we're hoping that everybody's going to get new subscribers and all that good stuff. And then for you guys, oh, this is cute. Look at that. Still have to go back and do the other one, but that's cute. But it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to seeing what all these fabulous ladies make. I mean, some of them I was just so thrilled when they said yes. And there's some more folks that I still am hoping they're going to change their mind and come into the hop. But even if they don't, that's perfectly fine. Like I said, we've got over 20 people that are going to be in this hop with us. So if you weren't already planning on attending, I highly recommend it. And then you're going to want to watch everything, subscribe, like, comment on everything, because the more comments, the more your chance to win. And like I said, we've got a lot of prizes on this one. Okay, I think that extra cardstock helped. So I put an extra piece of heavyweight cardstock and ran that back through again. And it looks like this one's probably going to pop out a little easier, I hope. Yeah, I'm still telling my husband I need new pieces for my computer so that I can do all the fun things that I'm wanting to do. Because I think that's probably my biggest problem with doing our lives, is that the things I want to add that I think would make the experience better for everybody who's watching it, my computer just does not like it. I need a new motherboard. I need a new processor, but my motherboard is one that will not accept the new processors because it's that old. So I'm probably going to have to bite the bullet and get those upgrades sometime in the next couple of months. Okay, come on now. And I ran it through it. It looked like it did good, but it's probably just this gel is, this liner paste is not wanting to let go. It's not wanting to cut for whatever reason. This one did better than the other, though. It looks like I've only got one branch on this side that is causing an issue. Come on, Lego. There we go. And I was able to save it. Okay, now they're starting to talk food again. Pam is always talking food. Come on, I want to lose weight. I don't want to gain weight. Pumpkin spice bundt cake, huh? And Maureen says pumpkin spice is her favorite. You guys are just too fun. And here I thought this was going to be an easy card. Or rather, an easy tag. And it's just that these dies are just not wanting to cut like I'm telling them to. Let me try it one more time. So I'm lining it up inside the grooves because it's lined up well enough. I can do that. And this time I'm taking out my metal shim because that better work. This is just kind of so mangled, I try not to use it very much. Okay. Last attempt. And Jim, you had Olive Garden. I haven't had Olive Garden in forever. My husband doesn't like Olive Garden, so we never go. Okay, this fixed it. Now it cut out perfect. Okay, so this one is going to look good. Now I can get the darn thing out. And the places that don't look right are just where I've got a little bit of white left over from where I was messing with it before. But since I'm putting it on a little white tree outline, you're not going to be able to see that. So that looks kind of cool. Yeah, I'm going to have to play with this these tree dies more. I have a feeling that these would make some really cute ornaments too. Okay, so there's those first couple of trees, and now that I know for sure that I need to use my shim, I'm going to go ahead and cut them out one more time out of the green. If I can remember where I put the green. Ah, here we go. And I'll have enough left over to be able to cut some other stuff out with if I want to. And that shim is so warped, it's making my dies move. No moving dies. Okay. And Jim thinks that this would be cool for earrings, and you are absolutely right. I would just need to have some it might be too small for me too thin of lines for me to run through with some pleather or anything like that. It looks like, I don't know if it's actually cut all the way through. This one did. Okay, that one looks good. Okay, so that one looks good. This one I'm not 100% sure on, so I'm going to do that one more time. Even with this, it doesn't look quite right. Maybe I need an additional shim. Usually everything works fine with this. And since that side's already messed up, I'm going to go ahead and run it through with that side on top. Hopefully that'll cut it through. And Maria Crystal's asking, are your tree dies and tag dies from Gina K?
No, the tree is from Lawn Fawn. And then the tag is actually, it's a made up one. It's not really a tag die. I just made it. I just made one. I don't have a
Oh, that's
tag
perfect.
die.
You saw me making my tags, so that's perfect. Because you don't have to have a die to do a lot of this stuff. I have thought kind of long and hard about how to explain my view on die cuts and all the different things that we do. When you're working with stamps, it's basically to make it a lot easier than trying to draw or write out something yourself. Everything that you can get dies and stamps to do, you can find a way to do it yourself without them. You don't have to have the stamp. You don't have to have the die. It just makes it a lot faster and easier. You know, with the right tools, you can do anything fast, you know? So you can make your own tags. You can get a punch to make your tags. You can get dies to make your tags, or you can just do what I did and just cut the shape. And I've got plenty of dies to do this. And then you've got people like me who've got a scan and cut, which means I could just make my scan and cut do it. And I have done that before when I decided I wanted to make a bunch of anything. That is the fastest way I found to make a bunch of any kind of thing.
Yeah,
That's where
my bow holder is from this Concordonite. So I just I just used this piece. And then
that's perfect. Yeah.
Sandwich it on a rectangle, like a rounded rectangle.
Mm-hmm.
So to create a tag, because I don't have a big tag to that will fit the tree, so I just made one.
I don't blame you a bit. And big tags are fun too. You definitely know when you get a package that's got a big tag on it, you definitely know it's for you. Okay, so because I was talking about drawing, Pam says I can't draw. And you know what, hun? Yeah. I have attempted, and I used to be able to sketch and stuff, but it's been so long and I don't have the patience to teach myself to do it again. Okay, so now we've got a couple more. We've got 2 trees for each of my little tags. And then I've got this little die that can do stars and circles. So I could make, let me grab some of my, I'm going to grab some of this. How do you like this one? This one is the slippery when wet. I think that's everybody's favorite. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out some of those little ornaments to go on there using the slippery when wet, just because it's so darn pretty. And I was wanting to use, I didn't want to waste any of the paper that I used with making that other card. So I'm definitely using up the scrap. Nah, cat has to go closer to the edge because I don't want to waste any of it. There we go. That's better. Absolutely, Gloria. When you're needing to do a lot of anything, going with one of the electronic machines is fantastic. What I've done in the past is if I had let's say I've got a die cut, a small, a regular size die, nothing like this. That's a little bit too intricate, probably. I could have my scan and cut. I could scan it in through my scan and cut, and then I could have it cut out a bunch of them if I needed to make a bunch of something. Or I could design it on my own on the Canvas workspace or whatever, you know? Okay, so now I've got those little... Oh, that is just too cute! Look at those little gold stars! Okay. This turned out better. I mean, this looks almost like where you buy the little embellishments. See if the camera refocuses. Of course not.
Like a confetti.
Yeah, I mean they're tiny. I have seen so I'm that here's the problem. I get dies, die sets, and like, yeah, you've got all these dies that you like of it that you're going to use with everything else. So either you put them away and you forget where you got them, where you forget where you put them, or you leave them out and you forget which kit they came in. But those are perfect. So I'm cutting out some more, and they look great in this this pretty gold. Okay, I always get tickled about something. I mean, you guys, you don't understand. When I opened that package and I saw that it was the lunar paste, yes, Janine, it would. She says it would make great shaker bits. But I think I kind of squealed a little bit when I opened the package. So my husband knew he did good. I mean, I was not expecting it. I did see the package come in a few days ago. It's like I picked it up in the mail. It was from Ranger. It's Ranger packaging. It's like, did I order something else? Hello, Miss Monica. We've got Miss Monica Taylor in the house.
Might want a little bit of a sweater.
I think I hear your husband, Maria.
Yeah, my son is getting ready to go.
Oh, your son. Okay, your son thinks he needs a sweater?
Yeah, it's cold here.
Where are you at again? I forgot already.
St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah, it's cold in Missouri. My husband, at one point in his life, he lived there, and he didn't want to go back because it gets cold. Just like his parents live in Ohio, and no, he doesn't want to go there because it gets cold. And he went to college at Cornell up in New York, and no, he doesn't want to go there because it gets cold. When we retire, we're probably going to go someplace like La Gomera. That's where we got engaged. It's like, yeah, beach. Go to an island. Go to the Canary Islands and move there. Never come back.
Yeah, I can't blame you.
Yeah, I don't like cold weather. Okay, so I got a lot of little circles and stars to put on my trees.
Yeah, I got envious. I have to put sequins on my tree too. Although
Okay,
those die cuts will work perfectly on my tree.
Yeah, absolutely. And Kim says, your husband bought you crafting stuff? Yes. This is what I got for my birthday. I got the set. I got all the lunar piece. I got all 5 of them. It's like, awesome.
Yeah, very lucky you.
I think I'm going to put some foam behind these and use up this thing of foam that I got from Dollar Tree. I thought I'd at least give it a try because I've seen how other people have used it on their stuff. And I think I like my foam roll from Scotch better just because it's easier to manage. But this was $1. It's like $1. So that's not bad at all. And the foam seems to work fine. Okay, I am going to. I'll put this one up there. I've already said it once, but that's okay because I'm just tickled because I had no idea that he knew. I asked him that. Kim was saying, I'm wondering how he knew what to buy you. He overheard me talking to Elizabeth on one of the lives. So he just happened to be in the room and she had her lunar paste out. And I'm like, that is so pretty, but I don't have any. And Monica says she uses the foam from Dollar Tree. And like I said, it's working fine. But yeah, I was shocked. I had no idea. I really thought that, to begin with, when I saw the package, I thought, okay, I must have ordered something and forgot. But no, it's where he ordered it. Of course, he didn't use my affiliate link. So anyway, he will next time. I've started using a company called kit.co where you can make a visual list for free of all your affiliate products that you use for whatever. your favorites, whatever. I'm doing one right now for each of the cards that I'm making one of those kit.co things. So when you see one of those links down below, it's going to take you to all the products that I use for that project, and you're going to be able to see them, and they are all affiliate links. So, and I can update them at any time. That is probably the biggest thing for me. Number one, it's free, which makes it a lot easier for me to want to use them. There are, I think, trying to remember what the name of the company is. Link Deli is what a lot of folks use, but I've just never been willing to spend the money on it because I do get a little bit back on affiliates, but I don't get enough to justify the cost of that. Okay, so that looks good. Now I need to stop dropping things to start. And I need to find the little pieces, these that I found that were going to be the backing for my tags because these are just way too thin. So I can put those on there. Okay, I have to see what Cordelia's talking about. Ooh, shrimp. I like my seafood. I don't get it often enough. Well, that's the thing. We used to go out to sushi, fairly often. I mean, not every week, but fairly often. And even the little sushi place that we normally go to, they're not open they're only open for carry out now. They have not opened up their restaurant part yet. And they're some of the nicest people. And we always go, for every occasion, we would go to their little restaurant. It's called Happy Teriyaki. And they're just some of the sweetest folks. Excuse me. Okay, I'm taking out my paper trimmer again because I can't really cut straight enough to save my life. But I can. I think I'm going to actually make this about 1/8 of an inch white around it, so it's not going to be a ton. And to do that, I'm doing it the same way I always do. I'm lining up my paper, and then I'm going to line up the edge of the cardstock that's already of my image up with the finger guard. If I line it up with the edge, it gives me just that little bit of white. And since this is a tag, I can do it actually on all the sides, including those two angles. And Janine loves Red Lobster. The first place I ever worked, my first job, was a hostess at Red Lobster. So yeah, I loved it, and my husband doesn't. His issue is if he had ever had a bad experience at a restaurant, I think he also used to have a really, really sensitive stomach. It's probably because he needed to do something about his appendix, which is gone now. But he evidently got what he thought was food poisoning one time at one restaurant, and he will never go back to any of them. And there are too many of those places. So there's very few places that he actually likes eating. I mean, I used to get the crab claws or the chicken fingers or the shrimp at Red Lobster. Oh my God, I absolutely loved it. And we got a discount. I think employees back then, it was like the 80s. It's like, I think it was like half off or something. But it was awesome. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Hello, Miss Marguerite. I'm just looking back at the chat, and looks like Maria dropped out, and I brought her back in because I didn't know that she dropped out. So now you guys are... Monica made seafood enchiladas last week. Okay, I know that it's getting late for Miss Maria. I think she said something about having a 6 o'clock something going on. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and do the drawing. But if you guys want, you can stick around while I finish putting together my tags because I know that she has to run. So let me go ahead and get that up. Okay, and then I'm going to share my screen. Okay, come on. Do what I'm telling you to do, thing. I want this to be the main one, but I want us to be on there too. And it's not doing what I'm telling it to do. There we go. Okay. So, so I'm picking the correct broadcast, which is the one where we're making cards or tags with Maria. And now we're going to start collecting names. We had 13 folks in the chat. And now let's go ahead and see. Hello, Miss Bitty Penny. I just saw that you popped in and that TR is in here in time for the drawing. Awesome. So let me go ahead and you can see, because I've got them still on the screen, you can see the, the things we're going to be working on, that we've been working on rather. So let me go ahead and do the drawing for the first one. The first one is going to be for Miss Maria's tags. So Maria, did you want to give away all 3 of yours or did you want to hold one back?
They can have, actually I made 6, so I'm giving away all the 6 tags.
Oh my goodness, that is a big prize for you guys. It's going to be a set of 6 pretty tags that were made by Maria. So let's see who wins that. Does that mean that I need to make more?
No pressure. No pressure.
No pressure.
I was
Yeah.
practicing.
And that's going to be Miss Marguerite.
Yay.
Fantastic. Okay, so I believe that down in the chat, I'm not 100% sure, but I think down in the chat, I've got a link where you can send us your information. I think I'm going to do this a little different instead, though. I'm going to just go back to the email. So I'm going to put my email address. If I can type right. Okay, so my email address is in the chat. So, Ms. Marguerite, if you want to send me your information, put in the subject that it is for Miss Maria's tags, one on today's live stream, and make sure to send me your name and address and all of that good stuff. Also, if you'd like for me to add you to my mailing list, that way we can send you the notification when we're about to go live that day. There's some folks that are not getting their notifications on on YouTube, so I'm trying to start sending out notification emails the day of a live stream to make sure that you guys know what's happening and are reminded, because I know I get busy and I forget. That's the reason sometimes you see I don't always show up in Elizabeth, and I love being on her lives. Anywho, send me your information and we will get that sent out to you, because I will get that forwarded on over to Maria. So for the next person, let's go ahead and draw again. And Pam, woohoo! Pam, you won this time. So again, be sure to send me your information to that email address with the prize that you won. Also, sending me the email reminds me who won what. While we're at it, I'm going to go ahead and draw for a couple other things. So let me go ahead and show you one of those, because this is because we did not have someone claim it. Okay. So this card, the person that won it in the chat, I don't know what happened, but it was someone whose name I had not seen in our chat before. And I'm assuming that they weren't really interested. So this is the one that I did with Miss Lauren Taylor on that previous live stream. Oh, Maria, let me go ahead and bring you up so you can say bye, hun. And if I can get the screens to go right. Okay. So it is all, she's already dropped off. Anyway, she had to go, so no worries. But I'm going to go ahead and draw for this one also. Pam doesn't want her prize. Ooh. And I don't know who Daisy, do I know Daisy? So Pam, contact me outside of this and let me know what you're talking about, because I don't think I know who Daisy is, but I'll be happy to mail it to her instead. So for this one, I need to still go ahead and draw a winner because, as I mentioned, the person that was supposed to have won it didn't claim it. So let's go ahead and draw for that one. Oh, Daisyville. I don't know if I've got her address, but I can just double check and we can see about that. So let's draw for this one. And this one gets to go up to Miss Janine. Awesome. And I am just double checking because I think I've got one more I still need to draw, and I want to make sure that I'm saying this one right. So I'm pulling up some other additional information. So Janine is going to. Oh gosh, Daisy's having a hard time. Okay, yeah, we'll definitely get that one sent off to her then. And this little shop of getting old is going to Miss Janine. So I'm pulling up just to double check which ones. Okay, so we also need to do the giveaway for this Snowman Z-Fold card that I did on one of the live streams last week. Off the top of my head, I don't remember if it wasn't claimed or if I just haven't had a chance to get with you guys to do the drawing. So this is that one that I've got tape in it because of taking pictures, trying to hold it flat. So this is the one that I made on that live stream that I did I think it was last Saturday. So let's go ahead and draw for that one. And TR says, me. And it goes to Jim. Awesome. So just as I said for everybody else, send your information over using my email address and I will mail that off to you. So that takes care of all of those. And I still have to continue making those, but I did also want to, in case you didn't see the 2 videos that I've already put up this week, I wanted to share those cards with you and let you take a look. This one is using the large die of the month from Spellbinders. And then this one is using the large glimmer of the month. You notice all those little curves. I absolutely love that. And this one is also using pieces from the other set. So these are all cool. So I still have to get these little guys put together, put all those little cutie things on there. Okay, so Jim wants his to go to Daisy also. She's going to be getting a pretty big package. I will do that. I might have her address. If I don't, then I will check with Elizabeth to get that. And you guys are just too super sweet. Okay, so I'm just popping these little trees up. And I absolutely love the way this lunar paste looks. And then Get my little jewel picker. Although those aren't actually jewels, they are close enough. Oh, that is going to be so pretty. I may have to cut more of those little guys out. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Oh, those are too cute. Okay, Gloria is saying, I was thinking about Katie that Jean takes care of. Since she wants to make some Christmas cards, I was thinking I should send her some easy card kits. Absolutely. That is a wonderful idea. Oh, Susie, you just missed it. We already did the drawing for the card, well, for the tags. And basically everything is going to Daisyville. Poor thing is having a hard time. So folks are donating their winnings over to her. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut out a bunch more of these little gold that I keep dropping. But these little gold stars and circles, because they are just adorable. I think that's where I put some glue. Now I don't know. There we go. And I don't know if you guys could hear it, but my cat, one of my cats is over here snoring. It is just too funny. So I'm looking back over the chat to see what is going on. Elizabeth says, great idea, Gloria. TR is needing to go. Bye-bye, Miss TR, who's probably already gone. Kim says that her lunch gets in her way. Hello, Miss Debbie Smith. Yeah, you're going to have to come back and watch the replay, hon, because Maria's already out. She had a prior commitment, but was able to make it for this one. And she was just so sweet because Neha had an issue and wasn't able to make it tonight. So she swapped with her. So we've got Miss Neha is going to be next week. I can't get those things to actually stay right side up. So I'm going to go ahead and put my little hole in. And right about there. And I never use this, but I think that would be kind of cool. Oh, yeah. I'm going to do this in some of the gold. So this is basically a hole reinforcer punch from Memory Keepers, and I never use it, and it's in my drawer. And I have no idea if it, oh, apparently it does cut, which is good. And then I'm going to put that, I think, around my little hole there. Actually, did I do the large hole or the small hole? I did the large hole. Okay. And that'll bring some of the gold into the background a little bit. Although I could always add some more of those little stars. Those are just too pretty. In case you don't know, I don't know what I'm doing right now because I'm playing, and I love this new lunar paste. And yeah, my husband did a good job. Thank you, Miss Elizabeth. I just got your message. I see the message on my watch that she just Facebooked me with Daisy's address. So thank you, ma'am. So I will get all this stuff out to her. And yeah, I do need to put a couple more of those stars in the background. Just because. So there is my first tag. I'm going to do the second one to look pretty much the same way. Janine says cat snores, dog snores. Yeah, it's funny. It is funny. Maureen said she couldn't hear it over her cat snores. And Janine is thinking camouflage. Oh, Crystal is inking camouflage paper. Awesome. I think I'm going to have to make some more of the gold because I don't have enough. So, let me grab another one of my foams. Actually, this one feels like I must have used something else on it because it does not feel soft. And I'll throw this one because I've got enough green. I don't think I'm going to do any more green. So let me throw that in my water bin. And then while this is drying, I can start working on putting together the other card. And this is just so, so, so pretty. The gold is my favorite. And yes, now I'm going to have to go back and rewatch all of Elizabeth's stuff. I've watched a few videos already on using lunar paste, but I think I'm going to have to go back and watch all of Elizabeth's because she uses it probably more than anybody else in the world, other than Simon, of course. I'm thinking that other than having an affiliate link, which I'm sure she does to Ranger, just like I do, I'm thinking she probably also owns stock in Simon Hurley products. Here a snore, there a snore, everywhere a snore, snore. That is too funny. Okay, I'll set that one to the side. Elizabeth thinks it's funny that I think she owns stock in Ranger or stock in Simon Hurley's products. It's true, you probably do. Pam says, oh, you don't have an affiliate link? Okay, great. Everybody who would have been buying this from Elizabeth, I have a Ranger affiliate link, and it is connected to my kit.co kit down below. Okay, let me go ahead and start putting this little guy together. And this. And Cordelia, I didn't know you left, honey. So you probably missed that my cat is in the background snoring. And Maria had another prior commitment, so she has taken off so she could go do that. And we've already done the drawings for everybody. So I think you were here for the drawings. And we've got several people that won tonight that instead of keeping their winnings, they are donating them over to Daisyville. Daisyville apparently is having a hard time, and I do want to get more information away from the live about that. I want to see how she's doing. I knew I hadn't seen her in a little bit, but I've been so busy, and sometimes I don't keep track of what's going on in the live itself just because I can't craft and talk at the time and read at the same time usually. Trying to get better at that, but you know, I'm not really there. Excuse me. So if anybody else is interested in sending a card or anything to Daisyville, I would say get in touch with Elizabeth. She's got the address, and she said earlier in the chat that she would love to help you guys get things rolling over to Daisy. Okay, I think I have enough room on this maybe to do one more. Yeah, it looks like there's just enough room. And then I'm going to have to throw the rest of this away. It's so pretty. Okay, let me go ahead and run that through my die cutting machine. I do love the way that these little tags are coming out. Oh, that's right. I remember you had to go eat dinner. You were having seafood, if I remember right. Is that right? Because then everybody started talking about seafood. You were having shrimp, if I can recall. And my hubby, of course, is out on his bike. So we won't be eating until normally 8 o'clock. Does anybody have a live stream tonight? I know Elizabeth had hers on Tuesday, but I don't recall if anybody else has theirs tonight. And yes, I'm getting my days mixed up because I was thinking, oh, I can go on to Elizabeth's live stream, but no, I can't because she's not doing one tonight. Or are you? Okay, I'm going to have to wait for the rest of that to dry in order for me to get the rest of my pretties for this one. But I can go ahead and add some of those little baubles. And these are just so precious. Elizabeth says she can. We can play with Lunar Pay some more. That sounds like a plan. What time do you think you want to go up, hon? And I think what I need to start doing is you need to remind me, because I always talk about your live stream during mine. You have to remind me when you're going live, to get the link, and then I can put it down in my description so that people can go from mine to yours. And you could always leave the link to mine in yours if you choose to. That's up to you. But I'd love to be able to send some folks over to you because you are so creative with so many different things. I mean, you use your products, you use your supplies in ways that I would never think of. Probably because I really don't use mixed media all that much. Plus, you've been doing a lot of that kind of artsy stuff for much, much longer than me. Yeah, I think I need a few more of those little guys on here, but that is still looking pretty cute. And watch, my mother-in-law will see the pictures and she will say, well, I wanted that. And I'll say, well, too bad, because you weren't in the live stream, right? It's like the Okay, Cordelia's asking Elizabeth, did you ever open your card swap card? Well, I've gotten several cards in myself, and they're not getting opened until next week. Next week, I will be doing my normal Happy Mail video, so I will be sharing all of that crafty goodness because you guys are so super awesome. I love all the cards you always send to me. Maureen says she loves the tags. Thank you, honey. And of course, my art glitter glue is continually getting clogged because it just the glue is awesome because it dries so fast, but it also causes my little thing to clog if I don't put the pin in it soon enough, or if I put it on there crooked. Debbie, I did get something in. I think it was yesterday. It's in my stack of cards to do to do on my live. Because every month I show off what you guys do. I show it off every month on my live stream. Okay, this is not quite dry enough. Almost. It's one reason why I'm going nice and thin with it. The first time that I used it, when I was using it on here on the background, I used a palette knife. And then, of course, I watched some videos like, oh, you can use foam? You can use these little foam things? I didn't know that. That's cool. Yeah, the foam blenders work great, and it gives you this nice thin layer. And if you're putting it on white, of course, it's going to let that white show through. So it's pretty cool. No, that's fine. I'm talking about just remind me to grab the link to your live stream after it's done, and I can add it to mine for when people are watching the replay. So that's what I was talking about, Elizabeth. Because I know we've got a bunch of folks on the replay that may not go over to yours because they don't know how to get there. If I start leaving the link down below, they may decide to go over and check out your replay after the fact too and see all the crafty goodness that you do. So I'm just wanting to share and have some more folks show you some love. And you're in the hop too, right? I think you're doing the hop with me on the 13th. So for the 13th, we're doing a birthday hop. I've got some stuff I haven't even announced this part, but yeah, I've got some stuff I'm going to be giving away too. I've been getting spares of some things, mostly a few things from Spellbinders. So I hope you guys like Spellbinders, but we have got 10, believe it or not, at least 10 sponsors for that. For my first hosted hop. I'm tickled pink. I really am. I am so excited about that. I'm so surprised and honored that so many folks are wanting to do that with me. We've got 20 or so people that are actually doing all of the videos and stuff with me. So it's going to be kind of a long hop, but that means lots and lots of inspiration. It is all birthday themed, but that doesn't mean you can't make birthday kind of cards for Christmas if you choose to, or you can get started on replenishing your birthday stash. Elizabeth, her name is Debbie Smith. And she says that she's made her video for the hop today. Yeah, I've already made the card and recorded, but I have not edited. I wanted to edit so bad this morning, and I thought if I don't start messing with technology, I'm not going to be ready when this one came up. And then instead, my computer decided it didn't want to do what I wanted it to do anyway. So that kind of sucks. And I'm looking at my YouTube, and it looks like it looks like maybe it is right where it's supposed to be. Isn't this just so pretty? And I've got all these pretty little gold baubles, and then those little gold stars. Those are just perfect confetti pieces. It's like those little mini sequins. Now what I need some silver lunar paste, but there's not any. That's right, Debbie, too. Hope that that's going to be enough for this one card here. But I am going to be making some more of those little guys. Those are so cute. And yes, they would be perfect shaker pieces. The only problem is they take pretty much as long to make these as they do to make the rest of the shaker. And imagine how long it would take to actually cut out all of those. But they are just so adorable. And I will be cutting out extras just because I can. So I'm going to have to see if I've got any more of those little dies, because I know that there's several different types of ones in Spellbinder stuff. So now I need to see what all different kinds they've got. I know that there's a lot of them that are the circles. And then there's also in one of the sets, and I brought my notebook. I'm now holding all of these in a notebook so I can keep track of all my Spellbinder stuff because I make them so much. But there's some that are little baby ornaments that I think would fit perfectly on here. These are, come on, get off of there and go onto the card. Okay, a little more glue. Put some more glue up there too. And one more ornament, and then I'm going to call it done. Okay. So those are my little tags for today, and I will be mailing these out to Daisyville. Also, I believe there's a couple of other things I'm going to go back through the video just to confirm what I've got and what I don't, because I, of course, don't remember a darn thing. But these turned out pretty cute. Okay, so Elizabeth is going to be going live in about 30 minutes. It's 6:35 right now. It's 6:36 right now. So she's going to be going live at about 7 o'clock. So you guys go ahead and head on over to her channel in about a half hour. Once we've got a link to it, I'm going to also list it down below for you guys. And that way, those of you that are watching the replay, you can go head over to her video as well and show her some love over there and see some of the crafty goodness that she's always doing. And she does, I think she crafts as much or more than I do. So anyway, you guys have a wonderful evening. Yes, I love the lunar paste. My husband did an awesome job. This was a very good birthday. And I'm just going to try not to get my fingers in. I'm just going to dump this in a bin of water over here. And in a little bit, I'll go ahead and clean them out. And they cleaned up so easy. I was so surprised. It's like all I had to do is really just smush my fingers through it with a little bit of water. And it came off perfect. So I absolutely love this stuff. It's one of my new favorites. Of course, I do need to make sure I'm using my glimmer paste because it's so pretty. But I'd say this is easier to use. I don't have to wait nearly as long for it to dry to get something pretty. You know what I mean? Okay. Crystal's going to miss some of it because dinner's almost done. Kim says thank you. Debbie says she's got a Bible study at 7, but she'll try to watch later. No baby wipes. I don't know what the baby wipes question was. Oh, that she needs baby wipes and press and seal. Yeah, last time my husband went to Costco, I got him to pick me up a big box because I had gotten one about 2 years ago and I hadn't actually finished going through all of my baby wipes until recently. I had to pick some up at Publix because I was not driving that far when I needed them. Pam says, thank you for the live stream. Absolutely. I'm still thinking about doing some additional ones, like especially during the week, during the day. But this week I haven't had time. I've got a bunch of projects I need to get finished up and get scheduled. So you guys are going to see a lot more videos and stuff coming from me soon, including the Spellbinders Clear Stamp of the Month, which goes up tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Sherry D says that she will be there, and Crystal says that it was fun. So thank you guys for dropping in. I really appreciate you always hanging out with me and getting your craft on. So I will see you later. And I'm going to be working on I'm working right now on workshops, classes, a bunch of different things that I need that are going to take a bit of time for me to get all put together and everything. But the first workshop is going to be on the 4th. I'm debating on the complexity. Do you guys want easy? Do you want moderate? Do you want lots and lots of die cuts, making it a little bit harder? What kind of thing do you want? I've got a poll over in the community tab on YouTube. So let me know what you think and what you would like to do so that I can narrow down my choices, because I have way too many ideas in my brain. So you guys have a wonderful evening. And remember, if I can make it, you can too. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.